Well, hello, chat. I guess they always say it's better late than never. Ladies, gentlemen, programs, users, and gentlefolk, welcome on into the arcade. It's a sweltering 40 degrees Celsius outside. And it is hot as balls inside, but it is not nearly as hot as it's... Oh, I'm still alive, barely. It's like I'm living on the sun. Seriously, the last 4 freaking days where I live has been so unnaturally hot. Monday, we hit 47 degrees Celsius. Yesterday was 45 degrees Celsius. Today is a nice and cool, 47 degrees Celsius on Monday. Yep. Nope, that's correct. You heard that correctly. 47 goddamn degrees Celsius on Monday. Yesterday was 45. Today, thankfully, is only 38. But we also, my roommate and I, for the last couple of days, have been putting together a frame that sits in the window frame, like literally locks into the window frame to mount the AC. Yeah, only 38, right? Yeah. So because the weather's supposed to be like this for the remainder of the week, the streams are going to be very short, but we do have the one AC unit in, 10,000 BTU unit. It's locked into place. It's fully sealed. So, all the windows are closed right now. So it's trying to keep the heat soaked inside to a minimum. So streams are going to be short for the course of the next couple of days until we get some freaking relief. And it doesn't look like there's going to be any on the way until next week. Because let's see, what do we got right now? UV index high, 38 degrees Celsius. We're supposed to get less than 2 millimeters of rain tonight around 7 p.m. Tomorrow we're supposed to get more rain. Thursday we're supposed to get more rain. Friday is supposed to be rain. Thunderstorms on Friday. But here's the thing, so the temperatures. Tomorrow, 29 degrees Celsius. Thursday, 26. Yeah, Thursday is the low for the week. Friday, 29 degrees. Saturday, 27. Sunday, 29. And remember, Monday, 30. Remember, these temperatures are without the humidity. Oh, God, yeah, Melon, you and Valkyrie have got to be dying up there. Holy hell. Because y'all are sandwiched on the second floor, right? So, we know thermal, freaking heat rises, right? Melon and her partner Valkyrie are on the second floor of the same building I live in, and they live over the boiler room, so where the hot water heaters are and everything for the entire apartment complex. Holy shit. Yeah, no, the heat that yeah, Majafo. Yo, buddy, I know you live up north. Can you send some snow our way? Like, what, you got snow like an hour north of you, right? Like, just send it our way, please, for the love of God. It seems like the heat, the heat was turned off, thank God. Like, I've actually, believe it or not, so Melon Yao and her partner Frozen Valkyrie, wonderful human beings. They're super kind people. They live in the same building that I do, right? I heard 183. Yeah, holy shit. 183? What the hell? Still had the heat on a few days አgo? Really? So what I actually did was the radiators, normally we've got a turn off valve for the radiator because it's it uses a boiler heating system. It uses a radiant heat through a boiler system. Well, yeah, it was like that shit should have been turned off at the start of April. The temperature right now inside, yeah, right? Global be warm and be damned, right? Here's the thing is the heat in this apartment right now is 28 degrees. 28. That poor AC is working hard, but it's had like 2 weeks of heat soak inside the apartment to try to work through, so it's churning. It's working through. Now it's set up in my roommate's room, right, in his window, because it was, believe it or not, it was the easiest window to put the AC in that didn't actually trigger the circuit to pop if I have my systems on. We built a frame using 2040 profile aluminum, so it's built to sit inside to replace one of the windows that, like one of the window units that gets pulled out. So just one of the windows gets pulled out. It actually sits into the frame, locks into that frame, so it can't be moved at all. So, and it's completely sealed. So there's a double pane of plexi in the top part, over top, so in the space over top of the AC. So it's been sealed with silicone to keep the weather out, and also then provides a bit of an air gap so heat's not penetrating through. It's weather sealed into the window frame, and then there's rubber gasket around the AC unit that when it sits in, it seals it completely. So there's no air leak, there's no weather leak, and it's completely locked in and bolted into the 2040 frame that we built to hold the AC. So even if somebody was trying to play fuck around and find out outside to pull the AC out to try to sneak in, good fucking luck. You're gonna have to tear the entire window frame right out of the concrete wall. Good fucking luck. Bet. Try it. See what happens. Give her if you think you can. So all the other windows are completely closed. Like there's no air leak at all. It is working, but again, in order to keep the heat soak minimum, like right now standing here, I'm kind of sweating, but it's not like it's been for the last 4 effing days here. It's been, Jesus. Oh man. Woo. Here's the thing. So this won't be a problem for him nor myself after I move in September. The one nice thing is when I do move into the condo with my partner, with Zaul, I'll be down in the basement of her condo. And there is actually a cold air register for the HVAC system, for the heating and cooling system right there in the wall, right, and it would be blowing right at the back of my computers, like right at the back of the screens, right at the back of the computers. So during the summer, this would not be a problem because it's going to be fed constant cool air from the HVAC. Holy shit. So yeah, you're like, September, arrive now, please. I mean, I don't want to rush. Like, I don't want to rush it, obviously, but I'm looking forward to moving. Number one, it gives him his space back, which is going to be really nice for Frightful Mage. Like, I love the guy. He's family to me. He's been there for the last, like, fucking 34 plus years of my life, right? He and I have it's always been a trade back and forth between him helping me out and me helping him out. I helped him engineer this frame. We're going to build a second frame so that if need be, he's got a second one. No, and that's exactly it. Now, there have been times where without me, he would have been on the street too, right? So this has been back and forth. Like, we got each other's back. And that's the way, honestly, friendships could work. You got each other's backs, right? You're there, thick or thin, it don't matter, right? You help somebody out, they help you out, right? And it's not expected. It's just given freely, and it is truly appreciated. But yeah, the last couple of days have been rough. That's right. I ask for nothing from him. He's never asked for anything from me. Any money I do make, I do contribute towards, like, groceries, internet, electricity, like the electric bill and things like that, right? So it's like it's been back and forth. I do feel like it's been a little lopsided the last, like, year and a bit, because like, and again, honestly, it comes down to the financials of being a creator, is that you don't always make it's not steadying. It is not a steady and stable income. It's not like working a 9 to 5, going to the office every day. And so, but thankfully he's been like, we had an agreement when I came in. He's like, listen, you pay what you've got to pay first, 50% of everything left over, you, like, just give over. And I willingly give way more than that, just because it's like, listen, I got to help out to the best of my ability every chance I get, right? I'm not, and he doesn't ask for more. I willingly give more because I feel like that's fair. And it's like, oh, but the last couple of days, man, yesterday, show of ones in chat, whether you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube, how many of you have been in a situation where it is so warm that you can't move? You're almost like, it's almost like you're paralyzed because the heat, you don't, hi Zool, it is so hot that you can't move. Like, you're just like, you're afraid to expend any energy. Why am I streaming? Because we have AC in right now, and I'm just doing a short stream to update everyone. Zool, I hope you're comfortable because it is hot as balls out there. The AC is doing its job. That frame, all the fucking around that he and I put into putting this thing together. Yeah, I know you have central air. I'm a little jealous. I'm a little envious right now. Very envious. Right? But because we did put in the time, and yes, it was a hassle putting this thing together, but it is functioning exactly as engineered. The place is way cooler than it has been the last couple of freaking days. Like, right now I'm streaming and my windows are closed, and it is actually still relatively comfortable. Now, unfortunately for that though, I'm not going to be doing any games. I think the next couple of streams I'm gonna keep them fairly short, and we won't be doing any gaming because I'm trying not to add any excessive heat into the inside of the unit, just so we're not, like, I don't want to be like blowing the freaking AC. That AC unit that's in the window right now is only 2 years old. It's like 2 freaking years. Like, don't need to be killing it. Will I recite Shakespeare? Fuck. Hell no. I'm not reciting anything. Heck no. You do a one. I am not. I mean, that would be great if I had costume, but no. I'm not doing anything like that. No. Hell no. I like the suggestion though. If it was cooler and I could do one, and I could do costume changes, that'd actually be that's a phenomenal idea now that I think of it. See, she's a genius. She's a genius. I don't deserve to be with her. I don't deserve her in my life. Unfortunately, I may have melted a component. Not totally sure, but Frozen's friend is going to Oh, what happened? What component? First of all, Melon, what component? This is your opportunity. I could do minis. What I would do in that case is I would actually put it down to using only one PC in order to do that. Yes, I am staying very well hydrated. Last night was Wendy's because so flippin' flippity hot. It's just like, ooh. I mean, I could do minis. My issue with the minis though is I don't have everything I need to actually fully complete minis. Like I have a very basic paint set. I have one paintbrush, so doing detail work, and I'll show you a mini. Listen, don't you threaten me with a good time.
Oh my.
Threaten me with a good time. Don't do that, sir. I've got a mini for you too. Everybody pays me to put it away though, so you know. I'm just watching the temps on the main PC right now. Like CPU's idling at 52. DRAM is running at about 51, and the GPU is idling at 55. So you know, lies. It's more of a local jurisdiction. If you give me any of that my jurisdiction crap. Jesus. How's everybody doing? Not it. Your men are already. Honestly, not totally sure what the problem is. I have two PCs. My game PC was just watching a stream and suddenly my monitor died. My PC case has a screen on it, so it defaulted. That sounds like it could be HDMI, or you give me that jurisdiction crap, you can cram it up your ass from The Matrix in 1999. Too hot. Okay, so you only have the single screen hooked up other than the monitoring, like the little defaulted to the PC case monitor. Yarp. Too hot, many screens. I mean, it could be a cable issue. It could be a driver issue. Yeah, sometimes Edid is a real prick, right? And let me guess, it just comes up saying no signal, but meanwhile, you're getting so you know the PC is actually operational fine. Yeah, that's a weird one. It could be a BIOS problem. It could be a VBIOS problem, which is your GPU. I imagine I know more about EDID debugging than. I mean, no, you're probably right. Step 1 swap cord. Yeah, that's always the first thing I do when something. Step 2 swap screen. Yep. Sometimes it could be screen. There's like freaking 100 different possibilities. Yes, I have my PC set up to stream, but the PC seems operational because I can use it normal, but horrible. Yeah. Step 3, swap card. Sometimes there's onboard you can test with. That's true, right? Yeah, check your system resources. Yeah, they're yeah. But if you've got somebody who's looking at it, leave it in their hands and just trust the process. It could be something simple as like a BIOS, like a firmware update or a driver update, and then all of a sudden everything's like, tried several HDMIs and a DVI cable. Valkyrie. Yeah, see, so yeah, you guys have already been troubleshooting some things, right? So it's, I feel like you guys have got it handled for the time being. I hope it's nothing serious, right? And I mean, worst comes to worst, I'm guessing most of the stuff that you guys are using right now is probably still under warranty. So if it turns out it's a faulty device, you know, you RMA the thing and deal with the bullshit for the next little bit, right? HDMI is basically like cans on a string, has to be direct. You have to know the end source. Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing too. Yeah, you just can't split it. And that's the thing. Like I run 2 PCs, and so I have that one direct HDMI connection from the back of the 3080 into the capture card on the second PC. And then I've got three DisplayPort cables to drive the 3 screens for my gaming room, right? So yeah, and that's the crazy part. It's like kind of nuts, right? I even tried the DVI that the case monitor uses that does work in its broken state, wouldn't work on the monitor. Man, yeah, if you're a streamer, it's very possible. I mean, sometimes we gotta pray to the freaking content creation gods too, right? It's like, you know, the power of Christ compels you, you know, you're just like freaking you're trying to exorcise the electronic demons, as it were. This is where forking to a display, yeah, DisplayPort can reduce some of the noise, yeah. I learned this by doing 2.0 and 5.1 streams, yeah, 5.1 local with a 2.0 mix. Jeez, yeah, that's a lot, right? Just remember, Two Slider, you give me that jurisdiction crap, you can cram it up your ass. God, I love the Matrix. That's right. Sleepy developer gets it. That's right. Praise the Omnissiah. Praise the machine god. Praise the Omnissiah. Praise the Omnissiah, sacred father of the forge of man. Omnissiah, grant me the knowledge to understand your divine logic. Guide my hand to sculpt this plasma gun in your form. Sacred Omnissiah, I humbly present to you a plasma gun created by your servant, built to reflect you, Father of perfection. If it is worthy, I beseech you, embody this weapon so your servants can spread your will against all enemies. My office is 31.3 degrees, and now I get to go deliver 35,000 labels down the road. Oh my God. Please tell me that the vehicle you're driving has AC. Because holy shit, don't be like the exterminator salesman who came to my home. I don't have cards. They get heavy. Does not. Oh, hell no. Give me back my son. Jeez, dude. And tried to flash you a QR code. AC is dead.
Surprise, motherfucker.
That's gonna cost you. Don't open a door. We're melting this summer. Oh my God. Turn it all off. Yeah. Turn it off. Turn it all off. I feel like it's like, take it off. You know, like, take it all off. Woo! I'm just thankful it's only 28 degrees in here right now, internal temp. Wowza. Don't open the doors. Don't even blink. Don't flinch. There you go. Chat. Father of logic, grant me your knowledge. The flesh is weak. Break time involves me driving to Aylmer from St. Thomas and back with all the windows open to get a froster and then drive back with I mean, you know what? Listen, at this point, brain freeze is probably your savior. Chat. Omnissiah, Emperor of mankind, you bestowed your knowledge to the Adeptus Mechanicus, and we will enforce your will. Woo! Praise the Omnissiah. Yeah, heat index here today is only 38. Yesterday was 45. Monday was 47. Oh, dump one in your lap. Just buy a bag of ice. Just buy a bag of ice. Just spend the $2, get a bag of ice, and drop that on your junk. Just because then all of a sudden it's gonna be like you're gonna drop that bag of ice on your junk while you're driving. It's gonna be like,
oh my.
oh yeah. God, yeah. Local utilities print money. I mean, it's true right now. Whoo, baby. It is wicked. And I love, so it's funny because I have friends that I went to school with, right? And I see a wild badger has appeared in the Discord server. I am alive. Yeah, but you're flaming. You're on fire. I'm pushing out 6 kilowatts. Yeah, you're cha-chinging, right? You're printing money right now. Because your damn solar panels, your goddamn home battery. Slider's printing cash. You want to share? Do you want to put it in?
Execute Order 66.
Badger, hi. We've missed you. Do you want to do? Hey, sir, can you want to assist with the move fund and the bills? I can't put up a solar panel and a home battery, right? Battery max up at like 10 a.m. maybe. Holy crap! Damn. This is where it pays to have solar panels on your property and a freaking home battery. Praise the sun. We'll do the praise the sun from every goddamn FromSoft game. Praise the sun. Wowza. It is freaking savage. Badger, we've missed you. How are you? Please tell me that the weather where you were is better than the weather where you are.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions.
Can't charge from the grid, but in red flag events, it will load us up. There you go. They'll flood the batteries on the grid for later. Yeah, right. Can't charge the battery from the grid, but I mean, listen, as long as you can keep that home battery charged in case things go pop, you're good for a bit, right? So, which is honestly, that's freaking genius level. Some states you can do it. I mean, honestly, I think it's probably better to have it in the reverse where you just use the solar panels to charge up the home battery and then the solar is just putting out to the grid. I think that's probably, honestly, for your own personal use, I think that's a better way of doing it. I legitimately think that is actually a better way to do it, right? I'm good, and the weather has been pretty good lately. I'm been nowhere but work, really. I know, yeah, your flight schedule has been busy, so lots of OT. I figured that the reason that you haven't been around Badger is just, it's purely been work related. And as always, it's a pleasure to see you able to freaking, see you pop in and just hang out. It's crazy how much they thought it out. It's good though that they spent that kind of time thinking it out like that. Yeah. I'm slowly watching the heat climb on the streaming PC right now. That poor GPU. But yeah, thanks for coming in, man. It's good to see you. You have been missed. But yeah, like I said, the next little bit, I'm just sort of I'm playing it by ear purely because temps are like, it's just been so freaking insane. And the crazy part is, again, I have a group of friends, people that I went to high school with. We all grew up on farms. We remember what summer used to be like when we were younger, comparative to now. And they used to be all about the environment and everything. And now they're like, environmentalism is crap. The planet is not heating up. And I'm like, how can you say that when the average temperature during the summer for us, the high was 25 degrees Celsius, and now it is like 10 plus degrees hotter on average than that? How can you fucking tell me it's not real? Like, bro, play a low. No, I won't even. The thing is though, is the gaming PC heats up so rapidly, I won't even Yeah, I know, right? Like fucking 47 degrees Celsius. What in the hell? Like, who pissed off the sun? I have never felt grass this crunchy in my entire life. I am 52 years old. I have never ever felt grass this dead and this crunchy. Yo, we need to start praying to like the freaking the Arctic gods or something. Like, who do we talk to about changing this? Who turned the heat on, right? Like, shit, it's brutal. If it's that hot, the wind kicks up, legit, yeah. Well, legit turn off power, right? Prevent firestorms of down lines. And I mean, that's the thing, right? Polar bears asking same question, yeah, right? The Arctic is melting. Polar bears are moving south because they need food. And well, guess what? Humans have lots of junk and they've got lots of trash cans. At the rate we're going, we might not have polar bears. It's kind of a mess. It's wicked. But yeah, so the next couple of streams are just going to be fairly short format. I'm going to be popping on, keeping everybody up to date what's going on and what's happening, and you know, just whenever big old middle finger, right? Well, I mean, at the rate things are going, polar bears I mean, Mother Nature's listen. It's an active system. My long-term environmental plan is to die. I'm already halfway through that process, chat. I'm comfortable with the fact that, you know, when heat death happens, I'm going to be past that. I'm not going to, yeah, all Gucci, right? Yeah, I don't need 1.5C, all Gucci.
Emotional damage.
Shit. All right. How is everyone else doing? If it is super hot where you are, I hope you have found a way to stay cool and stay safe so your brains aren't melting. Because holy hell. Sirs, madams, ma'ams, boys, girls, humans of all ages. Wowza. I sell my shit near the end, and well, we'll all move on as is. Yeah, as in the human condition. I mean, it is the human condition. It's true. I could be told I would love to be able to do some, you know, some gaming and everything else, but I'd rather not. I don't want to give the AC that is currently working any extra work, if that makes sense, and I hope that makes sense to all of you. Again, this is a 900 square foot two-bedroom apartment, and it is only a 10,000 BTU AC, right? Like, so effectively what I'm gonna do is for the next like couple of days until the temperature flattens out a little bit, I'm going to try to keep the heat soak in the apartment down. That also means like minimal stuff for cooking and things. Like I already did a bunch of prep this morning. I already did like a huge garden salad that's like it's in a container that's sealed in the fridge right now, using fresh lettuce that was picked from the garden last night. Oh my god, it cleaned up so nice. I did a little bit of homemade pesto with some basil that was picked from the garden. I pulled out, so the only thing I'm gonna have to cook is actually the mild Italian sausage. Beautiful thing is that's only going to take like 25 minutes. Throw them in the pan, put the lid on. The stove is only going to be on for 20 minutes. So again, trying to minimize the heat soak in the apartment so my roommate and I aren't fucking dying here, but also still able to eat something relatively healthy and still leave some stuff left over so the dude can have a healthy lunch tomorrow for freaking work. Right, I've still got something left over that I can eat tomorrow. So again, not bacon. It's 3:33, by the way, for those of you who have a thing for numbers.
Oh my!
Yeah, it's going to be a whole thing. But honestly, how is everybody? How are you all? For each one of you, how are you handling the heat where you live? Hopefully, it's not like ridiculously hot because, wow, it's been brutal. Zool, I know, is all right because she got that central air. Speaking of which, Zool, something we might want to consider for you is replacing the filter. Replacing the air exchange filter. Staying inside, not moving around much. Yeah, I bet. Please tell me it is cooler inside than it is outside for you right now, Sleepy. And for those of you who have central air or good HVAC setup, you know, proper heat pump systems, whatever, nice. Be dead without these fans. God, you guys have got to be cooked. Please tell me that right now that the trees on that side of the building are helping keep things a little bit, like keeping the sun directly off that side of the window or that side of the building for you, because god damn. Anyone who's hotter inside than outside needs to open the windows. I mean, that's true. Yeah, central air is set to 76, right? My equipment brings room to 81. I wish... See, I'm just... Yeesh, right? Yeah, the delta in all y'all temps, crazy. Well, we're sorry we don't have efficient homes, okay? Shit. I would love to have I would love to be living in an efficient, heat and cooling efficient unit. I imagine there's an older woman that actually lives in the unit above me that when the older woman that was living there moved out, the property owners came in, stripped the entire place down, redid the insulation, redid the windows and doors, redid all of that, including like the patio doors and the whole bit with brand new, like, up-to-date stuff. Redid the plumbing, redid the electrical, right? Like, stripped it all the way back, brand new drywall, brand new studding, insulation, the whole bit. I'm sure she's probably good. Thankfully, that's great because she's in like her late 60s. So, you know, man, last thing I want to see is, you know, anyone who is like in their mid to late 60s or above that, like melting and dying. He helps you. Yeah, that. Now the thing is though, is I do know that she's got two of those portable units. She has one in the far end window. Again, it's all sealed, but you can see that it's got the hot air vent, and then one in the kitchen. Because the unit up above me is a 2-bedroom as well, right? So non-top floor apartments are way better than top. Well, and that's the thing. So Melon, you and Frozen might not be as bad because you're in the middle, but the problem is you guys are over top of that fucking boiler room, so all the hot water heaters. Ooh, sheesh. John, what are we discussing? Not dying from heat stroke. That's what we're discussing right now. Not dying from the heat. Like living above a kitchen. Yeah, that's effectively, that's what that one unit is like. It's like living above a goddamn kitchen. Restaurant kitchen. It's terrible. Oh, no. They can... Here's a tip. And it sucks. A good fix. You have to basically pull the window out. So you pull one of the panes out, measure, and get the replacement felt, the felt sealant that they used in them, strip the old stuff out, put the new stuff in. That actually helps a lot. We did that with these ones because this is the only way. It is the only way. It was the only way to do it, because otherwise it would be way worse. It only cost a couple of bucks for two spools of that, the felt. Do it right. Ask for forgiveness, not permission, right? Well, the problem is though, is landlord don't give a fuck. Landlord isn't going to replace anything in any of these units until somebody moves out. We already know that. They'll leave it as is if the unit is rented and they will not do shit to upgrade anything until someone moves out. Well, I'd like to see them tell my roommate to move out. He's been here almost 10 years. And he's never, you know. Well, and yeah, so, and the funny thing is though, Melon, is it varies from unit to unit. It varies from unit to unit. My problem isn't so much the units themselves, it's the sketchy ass bullshit going on around this area now. I'll say this, the one thing that you guys have the advantage of right now, Melon, is you and Valkyrie living on the second floor. You don't have to worry about somebody trying to break into your place if you leave the fucking patio door open. You don't have to worry about somebody trying to walk in. Oh, we got a couple. We honestly, I don't know if you guys have noticed how many times the cops go through the parking lots now. There's a couple of human beings that apparently have been trying to freaking boost into people's apartments, and the cops are constantly here. And I'm like, go ahead, try to break into this one. It'll be the last guy. I'll break their fucking legs. I'll break their legs and I'll leave them out on the patio. I'll call for the ambulance, but I'm breaking their goddamn legs because I don't want them freaking running away before the cops get here. You're not running away. I don't care. You set foot into my place. All rules, all bets are off. You set foot into my place. I've got 2 second-degree black belts. I have no fear of breaking somebody's goddamn legs. I will take that hit. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. They have no rights. They set foot in here without my permission or my roommate's permission. They lost their rights. You know what? That's actually, let me double check. The doctrine kicks in when someone breaks in unlawfully and you believe they are going to harm you or steal your belongings. The rules look quite different north of the border. Canada hasn't jumped. We do not have a castle doctrine. In Canada, you can't just claim my house, my rules when it comes to defending your property. The laws here work pretty differently, and you'll want to know exactly what you can and can't do to avoid getting into trouble. Sure, you have the right to protect yourself and your family. That's not up for debate. However, Canadian law puts some specific limits on how far you can actually go. You might have heard about those situations down south where homeowners stood their ground and had zero consequences. Well, up here in the Great White North, things don't work that way at all. Regulations have sparked plenty of debate, especially when media reports surface about homeowners facing charges after confronting intruders. Some want stronger self-defense rights for homeowners, while others stand behind the existing rules. Canadian self-defense laws. You have a basic right to protect yourself in Canada. The rules work differently than in areas that have castle laws like the US. You'll need to make sure your actions match how serious the actual threat is. Hide in a closet, call the cops, slap the bad guy on the wrist and cut them loose. Yeah, right. Yeah, Iowa has a sneezing doctrine. You sneeze, you can shoot, so you don't get surprised. Whoa, 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 wait, what? Wait a minute.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Excuse me? What is this a reciprocal response? Where does it end, Bartlett? Yeah, I mean, that's exactly kind of it too, right? Like, you'll need to make sure that your actions match how serious the actual threat is. Let's break down what that means for you. When someone attacks you or threatens to hurt you, you can definitely fight back to defend yourself. The law can give you some permission for this under Section 34 of the Canadian Criminal Code. You have to have a real reason to believe you're in actual danger. Whatever you do to protect yourself needs to make sense given what's happening. I don't have a gun. I don't need gun. Well, actually, you know what? You have guns. Got 2 of them. I got 2 guns. Bad guy has a knife, you get in trouble. Yeah, if the bad guy has a knife and I don't have anything, he's still getting fucked. I don't care. It's coming right for us. South Park covered the 20. They did cover it 25 years ago. It's true. South Park and The Simpsons, predictors of the future. Think of it this way. You can't bring a sword to a shoving match. The courts will look at everything that went down. They'll take a look at how serious the threat was. Did you have other options? Was your response too much or just right for the situation? Hey, the bunny's coming at us. Shoot it. Your home and property get similar protection under Section 35 of the Canada Criminal Code. You can take action when someone tries to break in or damage your belongings. Maybe you need to stop them from the inside or kick them out if they've already broken in. Just remember that you can't use deadly force just because someone's stealing your TV. I don't plan on using deadly force. I plan on using incapacitating force. They're still breathing. They can still form cogent sentences and speak. They're just not necessarily walking away. Yeah, in Canada, we are investigated and it is up to prosecutor discretion. Yep. Telling people to leave their car keys next to the front door so the bad guys don't have to search for them. Yeah. Shoot their foot, birdshot to the leg, slow you down. Yeah, well, I mean, breaking somebody's freaking ankles or a kneecap is slowing them down. How far are you running if you can't run? They're still fine. They'll heal. In fact, with Canadian healthcare, they don't even have to pay for the freaking doctor. Rock salt rounds make it burn. I mean, we had that on the farm, right? Patella defense. It's true. At the farm, we had a 12 gauge specifically by the door loaded with rock salt shells. Didn't kill them. They'd fucking never forget. Explain to the emergency room why they were pulling rock salt out of your ass in a nice pattern. Explain it. Emergency Caesar salad. That's the wrong one. There we go. There it is. Emergency Caesar salad. It also shreds the salad. Because, you know, you need that heavy, large grain salt, right? Just, okay, so. Right. The only time that level of force could be acceptable is if you think your life is in danger. Here's where Canadian law gets quite different from the U.S. castle laws. While you don't have to run away from danger, there's no duty to retreat. You still need to be smart about the force you use. The courts will want to know if you could have handled things another way before getting physical. Don't depend on guns for self-defense in Canada. It's against the law to carry a gun just for protection. That could cause assault charges or worse, even if you thought you were protecting yourself. Castle, now here we go. This is the castle doctrine. The castle doctrine can give you many specific legal rights in U.S. states. You can use force, even deadly force, to protect yourself from intruders in your home, car, or workplace. Your home is your castle, and you have every right to defend it. The doctrine kicks in when someone breaks in unlawfully and you believe they are going to harm you or steal your belongings. The rules look quite different north of the border. Canada hasn't jumped on the castle doctrine bandwagon yet. Instead, you'll need to follow sections 34 to 42 of the Canada Criminal Code when it comes to self-defense. These laws spell out exactly when you can fight back to protect yourself or others. You might hear some people talk about Canada having its own version of the castle doctrine, but don't believe it. Canadian law doesn't automatically assume you had legitimate reason to be scared, and you don't get protection just because you're in your home, which personally I think is kind of bullshit, but neither here nor there. I kind of digress on, right? Like, it's just like, fuck. Most rentals have clauses for firearms as well, which aren't enforced, but sure will come up. Yeah. When it's your word versus dead guy, no, I couldn't handle it otherwise. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yep. Yes, tell the criminal to stop while you get the rule book out and quote it to them, right? Yeah, exactly. Even here with Castle Doctrine, you may still end up liable, get sued. You can't, yeah. Yeah, it's really, Castle is, I mean, listen, why are we, okay, don't shit on Castle, right? Don't you dare dunk on Castle, or the Rookie for that matter, or Firefly, right? Castle's a fantastic show. Because Nathan Fillion, all right? That shouldn't be up for debate. Or as I Castle it, romancing the stone urban.
Oh my.
That's solid. That's great right there. Okay, anyway, so yeah. While the criminal code, especially section 34, says you have to respond reasonably to threats. Sure, you can use force to defend yourself, even deadly force in extreme cases. So say the guy came in here with a gun, fired off a round just to scare me, and I still took him out. I am actually within the law, even under section 34, right? If something happened to that individual, then I would actually have a certain level of protection. But again, like it varies in levels. It's kind of nuts, right? So you can use force to defend yourself, even deadly force in extreme cases, but then you'll need to prove it was a reasonable option against a serious threat. While you don't have to run away when someone breaks into your home, you can't go overboard with your response either. U.S. states with Castle Doctrine laws usually shield you from criminal charges and civil legal problems. Canadian courts manage things differently. You won't get automatic protection from civil legal problems. Judges look at each case individually to decide if your actions were justified. Canadians typically confuse these rules with U.S. laws. But remember, you can't automatically assume an intruder means to harm you. You don't get a free pass because the confrontation happened in your home. Practical defense means matching your response to the actual danger you face. Each week a case, each week writer out of water. All right. If they hit you with a 5-iron, you can use a 4-iron, but not a 3-iron. Generally, I'm going to say this is more of a why is this back to you sort of thing, right? Yeah. Yeah. Why was his back to you, right? Yeah. But they don't want to say it. In some counties, they make you sheriff, reciprocal response, right? AKA, don't shoot them if they're leaving. Tell the criminal to hang on a second while you go get a knife the same size as theirs. Fuck that. They're getting a baseball bat upside the head. Or whatever, I can grab my hand. Actually, you know what? Hold on. They have a knife. I have a 3-foot piece of 2040 angle. Profile. It's aluminum. It's lightweight. But it's rigid as shit. No, it's not a knife. It's not. That is 3 feet of 2040. Aircraft grade aluminum. Profile. I have shorter pieces of it too. I have 1.5 long pieces that I can use as clubs. Well, no, that's not getting swung in a hallway. No, but I can actually, I could swing it in a hallway if need be. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. If somebody breaks in here, I don't care. I understand we don't have castle laws. I'm not trying to, I don't want them to be extinguished. Same discussion for long barrel versus auto. Yeah, tough to in small urban conditions it is, right? So here's the legal implications of using force in Canada. A reasonable amount of force can help keep you safe and on the right side of the law when you have home intruders in Canada. You can't automatically use deadly force just because someone breaks into your home. No exceptions. You'll need to follow specific rules in the criminal code to protect yourself legally. These rules spell out exactly when and how you can defend yourself and property. You can only fight back when you believe that someone's about to harm you or someone else in your home. Make sure your actions start with stopping the threat, nothing else. Consider the situation around you. A person wandering into your garage probably doesn't require the same response as an armed intruder coming through your bedroom window at night. Yeah, right. The old Jim Gaffigan said, yeah, I sleep naked and I'm a nerd, so I have a katana. I will confuse the intruder as a giant pale naked man charges him with a katana. I mean, that's valid. You want to talk? You don't even have to hit the dude. You'd probably be scared because there's a giant freaking pale naked human being coming out, charging at them with a katana. You'd probably crap their pants and run. I feel like that seems like a solid experience right there. Boom, done. Explain that to the cops too. Explain that to the cops. You try to go to the cops with that. I was breaking into this guy's house and he came out of his room flailing around completely butt naked with a katana. Did he hurt you? No, he didn't hurt me. Then the cops try to show up at your door and charge you for it. That would be the dumbest goddamn thing ever. Absolute insanity. Oh, confuse the intruder. Yeah, I've seen him live. It's Gaffigan, right? Like, anyway, so your property rights work in much the same way. You have to honestly believe that you're in control of your property and someone's trying to get in the way of that. Stopping someone from breaking in or removing an unwanted visitor is generally acceptable. Just remember, you can't use deadly force to protect your belongings. The situation changes fast if that person starts threatening your life, though. Going too far with force puts you in serious legal trouble. Throwing a punch when you didn't need to is assault. Respond with excessive force. Someone dies, now you're looking at a manslaughter charge. Even shooting someone in self-defense typically results in weapons charges. Right? Castle doctrine evaporates like a fart in the wind if you chase them down or shoot them while they're fleeing. As I was told, beware before you shoot because that bullet can change your future financially. Yeah, no, it's true. Absolutely. It's kind of insane, right? It is absolutely insane. Like the whole idea of things like castle doctrine, right? And what you have to be careful of is absolutely insane. So what do we got? Anyway, so, every case comes down to the specific facts in court. Judges look at everything. How large each person was, who initiated what, any existing conflicts between you at all. The tricky part, you have to prove you made the right choice. Courts won't just take your word for it. No, it's the serial burglar that tickles people to death. Don't touch my feet. Tickle my feet. Whatever happens to you is on you. You've been duly warned. So case studies in home defense. Real cases show just how complex these situations can be. Without clear castle doctrine laws like in other countries, you'll need to think about what counts as reasonable force. Look at what happened to Ali Mian in Milton, Ontario. That's just actually down the road from me, 45 minutes. He shot someone who broke in and attacked his mother. He ended up having to worry about criminal charges. Yet in Halifax, another homeowner killed an intruder with a knife and walked free because the court said it was self-defense. These different results show how murky these waters can get. Yeah, slap fight over who gets the TV. The Peter Kill case drives this point home to us. He shot someone he thought was stealing his truck. The first court let him go, but higher courts later said he was guilty of manslaughter. You have to remember that the courts look extremely closely at whether you actually needed to use that much force. Remember Gerald Stanley? His case got everyone talking about race. He shot Colton Bushey on his farm and was found not guilty. The defense presented multiple arguments. They said it was part self-defense, part property defense, and part accident. This case showed you might get treated differently based on who you are, especially if you're indigenous. Some cases work out better for homeowners. Two brothers in Thornhill, again, fairly close to where I live, fought off intruders breaking into their garage. While one intruder got badly hurt, the courts dropped the charges against the brothers. A guy in Port Colborne fired warning shots at people throwing firebombs at his house. He was arrested at first, but was later cleared because the court said he did what seemed reasonable in that situation. Because he didn't shoot at them, he fired warning shots over their heads, scared the shit out of them, and they ran. Cops showed up, right? Like, or if you are, I mean, if you've got a good lawyer, you've got good legal defense, I mean, you're golden, right? Like, how can you go wrong? You'll see a pattern here. The courts look at two things. Did you act reasonably? Did you use force that matched the threat? Go overboard, you might find yourself in handcuffs. When it depends on who you are, you might not get treated the same way in court. That's something we need to address right away. Limitations and restrictions. So your home isn't a fortress where you can just do whatever you want to protect it. Legal rules in Canada are pretty different from places in the US that have castle law. You need to match the response to how serious the threat actually is. Again, if you only use deadly force as an absolute last resort, you might have to be completely sure you'll be killed or severely hurt otherwise. Unless they're actively trying to kill you, you can't legally use lethal force against them, right? Whoa, 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 we're getting slapped. The slaps are coming in, chat. Wow, we just dropped. How did we? Damn, we just dropped down to. Really? How did we lose 10 subs? Oh my God. Apparently this topic is kind of touchy. That's interesting. That is very interesting. How is this topic so touchy with people? How is that even a thing? Honestly, it's probably the rollover because it's that time of the month, right? Because we're on to the June 24th. We're coming up almost at the end of the month, right? No, I know. It's actually just probably because of gifted subs and nobody's re-rolling those over. It happens. Anyway, so yeah, unless they're actively trying to kill you, you can't legally use lethal force against them. I mean, it's true. I mean, maybe people do hate me. I don't know. It's quite possible. And if they do, that's their problem, not mine. Let's talk about guns. You can't use them for self-defense at your home. If you pull out a firearm to protect yourself, you're looking at some serious criminal charges. That's why you should explore other methods to protect your home that won't get you into trouble with the law. The Canadian law expects you to be sure that you have the right to be in your home. When someone breaks in, you can defend your property, but only... Oh!
You're messing with my Zen thing, man.
Rye119 has just subscribed. Sleepy Developer gifted a tier 1 sub to our Y119.
Thank you for the 20...
You're messing with my Zen
the
thing,
20
man.
bomb.
Affles001 has just subscribed.
Well,
Sleepy
you know what that
Developer
means.
gifted
Hold
a
on.
tier 1 sub to Affles001.
I have to.
You're messing with my Zen thing, man.
Keeping me honest. You're keeping me honest.
Jojo_408 has just subscribed. Sleepy Developer gifted a tier 1 sub to Jojo_408.
Jojo.
You're messing with my Zen thing, man.
Randy_McCrab has just subscribed. Sleepy Developer gifted a tier 1 sub to
Dado is 4 After
Randy_McCrab.
Dark streams.
You're
by the
messing
way.
with my Zen thing, man.
Woo!
Blcraven4U has just subscribed. Sleepy
Holy
Developer
shit.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Blcraven4U.
Dude.
You're messing with my Zen
Holy
thing,
shit.
man.
Well, we're up to
The
4.
Lurch has just subscribed. Sleepy Developer gifted a tier 1 sub to
Thank
the
you, Sleepy
Lurch.
Developer, for the 20 bomb.
You're messing with my Zen thing, man.
Rye119, Apples, Black Raven for
Richard_789 has
you,
just
SM Barber,
subscribed.
Richard
Sleepy
789,
Developer gifted a tier 1 sub to
Jojo408, Randy McCrab,
Richard_789.
You're messing with my Zen
DJ
thing, man.
Lurch. Peter
Barber has
Curious,
just
Sing
subscribed.
Kato,
Sleepy developer gifted a tier 1 sub to Barber.
WH40K, that's Warhammer 40K,
You're
Kitty
messing
Shock
with my
Trooper.
Zen thing, man.
Pump Master Classic,
WH40
Eagle
Canadian Shock
199,
Trooper has just
Shep
subscribed.
2,
Sleepy developer gifted a
Neolitis,
tier 1 sub to WH40 Canadian
the
Shock
King
Trooper.
Riggs,
You're messing with my Zen thing, man.
Iconic
199 has just subscribed. Sleepy
Fire
developer gifted a tier 1 sub to
J-
eForgle
Jav
199.
Mabra
You're messing with my
754,
Zen thing, man.
Alan DeHenry,
Pump Master Classic has just subscribed. Sleepy developer gifted a tier 1 sub to Pump Master Classic.
Pump Master
You're messing
Classic.
with my Zen thing, man.
Shep_2 has just subscribed. Sleepy developer gifted a tier 1 sub to Shep_2.
Holy shit, Sleepy.
You're messing with my Zen thing, man.
Thank you.
Peter_Curious has just subscribed.
Wow, I read through that
Sleepy
way-
developer
wow,
gifted
that
a
has
tier
taken a
1
long
sub
time.
to Peter_Curious.
Holy shit.
You're messing with my Zen thing, man.
Uncato has just subscribed. Sleepy developer gifted a tier 1 sub to
I'm just gonna
Uncato.
wait. It's gonna take a
You're
hot
messing with
second.
my Zen thing, man.
It's gonna take a hot
The
second.
King Griggs Zeph has just subscribed. Sleepy developer gifted a tier 1 sub to the
Definitely
King
gonna take a
Griggs
hot second.
Zeph.
You're messing with my Zen thing, man.
Spheric has just subscribed. Sleepy developer gifted a tier 1 sub
Sweet
to
heavens,
Spheric.
that is hot.
You're messing with my Zen thing, man.
Hella hot.
Alan_do_Henri has
Bot's
just
having a mo-
subscribed.
yeah, Bot is definitely
Sleepy
having a
developer
moment.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Alan_do_Henri.
You're messing with my Zen thing, man.
Jove_Mabra 754 has just subscribed. Sleepy developer gifted a tier 1 sub to
Holy Sleepy.
Jove_Mabra 754.
You're messing with my Zen thing, man.
Neolidus_ has just
We'll just
subscribed.
wait. Take a
Sleepy
moment.
developer
Get a-
gifted
get
a
a
tier
drink.
1 sub to Neolidus_.
Hydrate.
You're messing with my Zen thing, man.
Hydrate, you bastard.
Ionic_Cloth has just subscribed. Sleepy developer gifted a tier 1 sub to Ionic_Cloth.
Hydrate. Okay, there we go. Sleepy triggering the bot.
Oh my.
Give me back my son!
I was gonna do that, by the way. When the bot was going, I'm like,
2,000 years later.
whoo, okay, I'm sweating. It's getting very warm in here. Let's finish this up, though. So, regarding we're for those of you who are coming in, if you're just joining us, we've been talking about the difference between laws here in Canada for defending yourself in your home and what they refer to as castle doctrine in a lot of U.S. states. So it's been an interesting conversation so far. Yeah, it's way too hot. It's getting really warm in this room right now just because it's I've been running 2 PCs and 4 screens and the lights and everything. I'm like, that poor AC. Woo! It's like, listen, the bottom of the cheek is starting to feel tacky. That's where the temperature is in this room right now. It's starting to get tacky. That the undercurve of the cheek, right, or the right here, not the pits, you know, the just the under, just a little bit. It's starting to feel a little moist, a little damp, getting a little warm. So we'll see if we can try to do this a little bit faster. All right. The under boob. Yes. Exactly. Yes. Sleepy just comes in and just...
Surprise, motherfucker.
So Canadian law expects you to make sure that you have the right to be in your home. Let me say that again. The Canadian law expects you to be sure that you have the right to be in your home. I sweat out an ocean and dried it out 5 times over. Yeah, right? It's getting a little... We have AC in, but it's struggling right now. This space is kind of little... The air is not circulating as much as I wish it would. When someone breaks in, you can defend your property, but only in reasonable ways. Start with stopping them from entering or damaging items, not hurting them severely. Sometimes what feels like self-defense might actually be illegal. More force than needed, like hurting someone who's just making threats, won't hold up in court. Revenge or acting out of anger isn't self-defense. If the person actually has legal right to be there, you could be the one breaking the law. Heads up, 18-inch standing fan on sale for $35 down at Crappy Tire. So I have a big-ass freaking box fan. The problem is normally that is used to exhaust hot air out of the room. Because of the new mounting system for the AC that is in, if I open a window, it basically just nullifies any work that the AC right now is put into the rest of the unit, so I'm trying not to do that. That being said, though, and I'll show you, listen, I'm going to take pictures of this mounting system. It's pretty fucking impressive what we came up with. And you can't dismantle it from the outside. All the brackets and everything for putting this thing together is all on the inside. Honestly, if I had my druthers, I'd TIG weld the fucking thing. So it was welded together as a single mounting frame, and that'd be it. We can all agree, BTUs are bad. Damn, they're not. Listen, the British thermal units aren't terrible. Okay, it's not bad. I'm sure there are more efficient methods, but it's not all bad. Again, sleepy developer dropping a 20 bomb on us. Thank you so very much. No, Freedom units. I got your Freedom unit right here. What's up? Even with the best intentions, too much force means you might face charges yourself. Talk to a lawyer who knows criminal defense. They'll explain what you can and can't do. Again, Canada doesn't give you free rein to use deadly force just because someone's in your home. While you don't always have to run away first, choosing not to escape when you could have might hurt your kid. They forgot an apostrophe there, so my brain just didn't calculate what was going on there. Choosing not to escape when you could have might hurt your case later. When it comes to protecting your belongings, you'll need to be reasonable. Deadly force is almost never okay. Protect property. Yeah. What if they're faster than me? Well, I guess you're screwed. Zoom, zoom, zoom. They're the Flash, right? They're just zooming along. They got them their zoomies. So, yeah, chat. We've been talking about the castle doctrine that they have in the States that we do not have here in Canada for home defense. I love that. Your home security options look different in regions like with castle laws, but you have lots of ways to keep yourself and your family safe and stay within the law. Learn some basic self-defense moves. It helps you stay safer. You'll feel more confident walking around. You'll know exactly what to do if someone threatens you. Most community centers offer reasonable, affordable classes. You can practice some moves at home once you learn them. Keep your eyes open and stay alert. It's the easiest way. I'm always... Actually, Zool, if you're still here, she can attest to this. I am very observant when we're outside. I will see fucking squirrels in underbrush on the other side of a river. I get questioned sometimes. I can't tell you. Shh, I wasn't. I mean, I was, but I wasn't. I had to do the same training. I just wasn't reg forced. I couldn't do field duty, so. Unfortunately. Bitch, please, yoga flame I want a yoga flame. Brother, you have no idea how I want to do some yoga fire in the hallway, right? I ain't Chun-Li, I'm just Lee. I mean, hey, Lee was pretty dope. That drunken kung fu some shit. I can't get my leg to move that fast. But drunken kung fu? Listen, I don't want to put my liver through that. That's what she said. Get yourself some legal. Okay, so here we go. Keep your eyes open, stay alert. It's the easiest way to stay away from trouble in the first place. You'll start to see suspicious situations before they become dangerous. Watch who's around you when you're out and about. Always try to get a feel for which streets feel safer than others. Trust your gut when something seems off. Get yourself some legal security tools. Very bright flashlight can blind an attacker for a few seconds. Also, if it's crafted, if it is about 1 meter, or no, sorry, 16 inches long and made out of aircraft aluminum, it can also be used as a weapon. Stay alert, stay safe. Yeah, exactly. I love that. You can blind an attacker for a few seconds, giving you time to run. Air horns make a great racket. Air horns are great. Bear spray is fantastic too. Mag light for the win. Fucking right, man. 18 inches, hard as steel. Ugh. I'm gonna get banned, aren't I? That's gonna happen. I'm gonna get banned on a platform for doing this. I swear to God. That's the case. I mean, you know, sure, we'll go with that too. That's what she said.
Give me back my son!
I'm shocked I haven't had a temp ban over the years. I'm shocked I haven't. Yeah, so, you know, air horns make a giant racket, draw attention. Exactly what bad guys don't want. These items are illegal to carry and are effective. You might not want to keep a gun by your bed like people in some other countries, but there are other ways to stay protected. Start with learning some moves, staying alert, carry legal tools, it'll scare off trouble. We can't even have fucking tasers here, by the way. Tasers, actually, technically, legally, tasers and not bear spray, tasers and mace are illegal. Can't carry them. Given what I used to stream, I'm surprised I had no bans. Doctor, what do you mean? Sleepy, you've streamed some very tasteful games. What are you talking about? You weren't streaming smut. You weren't focused on sexual content. You're fine. Dr. Watts. My roommate just come home? I think so. What the F? From 2017 to 2019, I streamed gun. Oh, yeah, that'd do it. That'd do it. Nah, that can't be right. That can. Oh. What the fuck? What the hell? That's strange. Yeah, so learning how to use these tools and preparing before anything happens puts you in a better position. Once you've mastered these basics, you'll be in control for your safety, of your safety. There you go. So, yeah, that's how the law works here for you know, home defense. Stopped doing it when I had a near constant morons asking me which school. Ah, really? That's some security theater. I mean, there you go. That's some bullshit. Seriously, I'm not joking. What the fuck? Yeah. Huzzah. That's the stream for today, actually. I wasn't expecting to get on that topic of, you know, the difference between Canadian and U.S. laws, like the difference between castle doctrine and what we have here in Canada, but that was kind of interesting. Anyways, I love your faces. Thank you for hanging out. Sleepy, thank you so much for the 20 bomb. I appreciate the living hell out of you. I have no idea. Also, weekly runs to the gun range got expensive. Yeah, that'd get pricey. And then again, you have the jackasses who come into your chat constantly and freaking, you know, what are you doing? You're planning on shooting someplace up? And you're like, yeah, it just becomes bullshit, right? Like absolute utter BS. But I think what I will do, if you guys don't mind, because we got a wonderful group of humans in here right now, I'm going to send everyone on Twitch over to Loken Plays. Loken is currently active back in Star Citizen because 4.2.0 went live last. And so I'm going to send you guys over there.